Good morning. It is Thursday, January 5th, and I am coming to you with a video to kind of expand a little bit about what I talked about yesterday. I had some new thoughts about what they should do with the football and how it relates to health coaching and other people's health, right? And I don't know, maybe even a kind of a little bit of a comment about just kind of modern life and how good we got it, you know, and taking all those things into account. And I'm not gonna make light of the situation, but anyway, here it goes. On a personal note, my mom, I think it was like 10 years ago to the day, in fact, suffered a brain aneurysm at work. Like traumatic event. As far as I know, I wasn't there, but at least from what she has told me and her coworkers at the time had told me, it was very traumatic. And everybody acted very swiftly. Thankfully, she was in the right place at the right time. There's literally a fire department with a paramedic like across the street. They were there very fast, and all of those things saved her life. Very similar situation to what happened to Damar Hamlin. I see a lot of similarities there. All that being said, my opinion on this football, what they should do with the football game, is to play the game the following week. The game does have implications when it comes to competitive advantage, when it comes to the standings and how those playoffs work out. I get it. I think the right call was to call the game, was to postpone the game when that happened. I think that was absolutely the right thing to do. To get those guys, if you were trying to get those guys geared up to play after they saw a guy have a heart attack on the field, I think that would have been a very, very unfair thing to do to the players. Because they're playing again, these guys are all going back out there and playing against different teams on, oh, there's the plane. I'm going to keep on talking through this because I think I got a good thing going here. Because those guys are going to be playing this Sunday for both teams, I feel that they have to play the game. Because it's like if it were just about the players' mental health, I don't see how a game the following week, even if it's against the same players on the same field, man, it's still football. I mean, yeah. So, going back to my mom, what happened there? All of her coworkers witnessed this in that office, right? This tragic event happened in her office. As far as I know, they got my mom out of the office. Perhaps, they gave the people that were there the rest of the day off. I think that might have been what happened. Similarly, because I know my mom's boss was with her at the hospital that day until some of the other family members, because I was not in town, got there. And then some other, until I was able to get there, other family members were there in the hospital with my mom after they contacted the right people. But the next day, my mom's boss, because again, I was talking to her, she was like back in the office and everyone was back there in the office. I know that like the next day they were back in the same place where this all happened, and my mom, fell and all met very, very similar situation, very traumatic. It's life, tragic events do happen. Tragic, traumatic events people witness. And we got to go back and finish things, So that's my thoughts from my own personal experience. I think they should play this game because there are implications, and it and obviously I hope that Damar Hamlin continues to improve, continues to take those steps in the right direction, and he can have a relatively normal life. There's the second plane. God bless. But those are my thoughts about whether or not this game should be played or not, or finished.